Okay guys, I'm starting another project. I'm going to make a tray. And I went out in the garage and had this scrap piece of wood that's been cut off of something. And my husband, you know, he works building houses and repairing and does things, and he knows that I want the wood, so he'll bring it home to me. And it's just a scrap probably cut off of a cabinet or something. But I've taken this glass. I figured it worked the best, and I'll trace around that. I've already done that one and that one. Now I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to take it out to my scroll saw probably and round it off. If not, maybe my jigsaw. I don't know. I'll use one or the other. Both of them will work. Alright, since some of this is stained and some of it's not, I'm going to kind of go over it with my watered down antiquing wax. See how it kind of blends. Going to have to get you down here where you can see, and that's going to work. Just going to go where the stain was sanded off and cut off. And that's going to blend well enough because I am going to paint over it with my plaster color, the Waverly Plaster. That will be just fine. Okay, I'm going to do the other side, and I'm going to let it dry. Alright, I took it outside and let it dry so it would dry faster because it really has warmed up out there. And now I'm just going to give it a coat of this Waverly Plaster. And I need to get my, I have a box of door handles, you know, like kitchen door handles out. I need to get them out and figure out which ones I'm going to use, because I'm sure I'm going to have to spray paint them. And because I'm going to put a handle on each side. Do it that way. But, you know, I've got to thinking, you guys might want to know kind of what size this is. Maybe I need to let you know. I've got a measuring tape here. It is 14 3/4 by 10. 14 3/4 by 10. And it just happened to be what I had out there. You can make it any size. Like, I actually wanted one that was a little longer, but I didn't have a piece right now. I'm going to have to go out to my husband's workshop out there and start checking his wood out and see what he has out there. If he has some long pieces, get him to cut me some up. And if he's laid scraps around, he always leaves them laying on the floor. And I go out and gather them up. That way he doesn't have to clean up after himself. And I get the wood. Okay, well, I'm going to finish painting this. And I can tell it's going to need 2 coats. And I'm going to find my drawer pulls or my handles and see which ones I'm going to use. There is something on that. And spray paint those because I'm pretty sure I want them black. And have them ready so when I'm ready for them, they'll be dry. Alright, I'll be back after I give this 2 coats, and I'll let you know what else I'm going to do. Alright, I thought I'd show y'all what I have here. It looks like I'm hoarding. I kind of am. But this box here actually was, well, it's odds and ends. It's things that I've bought at the thrift store, like that. That was off something. There's several things in here from the thrift store, or when we, I love these handles to put on stuff. Anyways, I went into the lumber yard, and they had their, you know, they have their newer line out, and you kind of have to pick out what you want, and you order them, and then these were in a bin, and they were cheap, like, oh, 59 cents, 15 cents. In fact, he just gave me some, and I picked out some, and I put them in here. Well, this is stuff I've collected, too. But the rest of this box here, my husband went in there, and they'd taken the bin down and dumped this whole thing in there. And he asked them, what do you want for that? Because, see, they're just not in style. But for what we do, making crafts, they work great because we just spray paint them. Anyways, he asked them what they wanted for the whole box, and they said, oh, $5. So he took the whole box and come home toting it in for me because he knows that I look for them. But now I'm going to go through here and find something to go on that. I like that. On that board. And I'm not sure what it's going to be. That'd be kind of cute sticking up. Could spray paint it black. I like that. I like that one. I have several in here I can use. Okay. I'm going to rummage through this and see which one I want to use and take it out in the garage and spray paint them black. Well, I've given this 2 coats, and now I've taped it off, and I'm going to put probably I'm going to go with black, a black stripe here and a black stripe here. And then after those dry and everything, I'll pull that off, and I'll have a 1-inch stripe running down the middle. And my handles are out in the garage drying. I painted those a flat black. So I'm going to paint this, let that dry, and then I'm going to tape off my 1-inch so I can get it finished. Okay, I have it all painted, and I've put the holes in it for the handles and sanded it, and now I put a clear coat on it, and when it finishes drying, I'll put the handles on it, and it'll be finished. I'll show you. But I have one more piece of board that was just like this one over here. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. I'll cut this off straight with my jigsaw. I'll sand it down, and I'll put around my edges, and then I have some decorative tissue paper that I'm going to put on with Mod Podge, and I'll show you. I'm not going to put handles on this one. So as I progress on this one, I'll show you it too. It'll be 2 trays, the same size, but done up differently with some junk wood. All right, here's the other board, and I painted it the same way with the Waverly chalk paint, and I have this tissue with I can't remember where I bought this, but anyways, I'm going to put it on there, and I'm using, right now I'm sizing it and making sure it's on right, and I'm going to use the Mod Podge and lay it down on there. I'll do 1/2 of it, and then I'll pull it up and do the other side of it. Okay, after I have it all smoothed down, I'm going to take my little sander and I'm just going to go on the edges and take that excess paper off from it. And I'll do that all the way around. And now I'm taking my Tim Holtz Distress ink in the color Walnut Stain. And I'm just going to go around all the edges. I do have kind of a finger dauber sponge. And I'll just go all the way around. Alright, now that I've went all the way around with the Distress ink, I'm picking up that hinge, that rusty hinge, and I believe I'm just going to use that for a hanger. It's just going to be a little different, a little more unique. I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm going to use the rusty hinge on this. Okay, here I've taken it to the garage and I'm putting a clear coat of matte spray on it. And if you'll notice, around the edges, I put the thicker Dollar Tree rope all the way around. All right, here are both projects. They're finished and ready to go to the mercantile. So until the next one, we'll see you later.